So there is in the InDesign folder in Pull and Pickup, there's a Photoshop file called Windmill Silhouette, and it looks just like this. What I do want you to know is that there is a clipping path on it, and you will notice that when it gets placed in this file. So the images layer is the one we're working on. The other two should be locked. And go ahead and make sure that nothing is selected. And we'll want to go to File, Place, choose the Windmill Silhouette, and notice it's on my clip or on my mouse, on my cursor, and I'm just going to click and drag to put it in there. Okay, it doesn't really matter how big it is right now because we have to make some changes to it. Now, if I click on it to select it, even though it looked like it had a white background in Photoshop, it's transparent here, which is nice because now we're going to be able to wrap text around this object shape. So instead of using wrap around bounding box, I am choosing wrap around object shape. And I want to have 0.14 in the top offset box. 0.14. I may have to type that in instead of, and that's going to, we can see the clipping mask around it, and we can see that offset. So now what I want to do is I want to get my selection tool, hold my cursor because I want to resize this, and I want to move it a little bit. And I'm going to need to, in addition to resizing it, I am going to need to double click and resize the graphic inside of it and probably reposition it a little bit. Right about here. And notice that I can, in my text wrap, I can use wrap options to wrap to both the left and the right sides. On this, I want to do just the right side. That way, no matter where I position it, if I move it in more, it's going to wrap here. Okay, so now what I want to do is I actually want this text box, or sorry, this frame, I'm going to bring it all the way over to the edge, and it's going to go up a little bit more. And as I double click, I want this top blade of the windmill to go pretty much up the left column, the left edge of the column, and I want, and I am resizing this, not how I would normally have you by holding Shift. Okay, I'm kind of doing it a little bit at a time because I want the image to show up in a certain area. So it's going to go off the page to the left, and then I need to bring it over to the right, and then up. And this is, oh, and probably down a little bit. There we go. And we basically want this text to be diagonal along the edge of this windmill's blade right here. Okay, so you may have to play with the size and the area until you get that. And once you do, you can click off of it to save, or click off of it to deselect, and just check it, make sure that it looks okay, save it, and then we also, of course, need to export it for using on our Google site. So the format will be Adobe PDF print. and hit save and export. It says there's overset text, no big deal, because remember this is just dummy text anyway, so click OK, and it will create that PDF for us.